Hello friends, welcome to Lit Masters Hub, English with Iftikhar Ahmed. Modernism in the Western literature marks a bold break from traditional forms, emerging in the early 20th century as writers responded to a rapidly changing world. Influenced by the events like the First World War and technological advancements, authors such as Virginia Woolf, James Joyce, and T.S. Eliot experimented with the narrative styles, fragmented structures, and explored themes of alienation, inner consciousness, and disillusionment. This movement revolutionized storytelling, giving voice to the complexities of modern life. When was the term modernism first used to indicate trends and characteristics of modern times? Is it early 18th century? Or is it the late 19th century? Or is it early 20th century or mid 19th century? The answer is option A, early 18th century. Although modernism evolved significantly over time, its earliest use dates back to the early 18th century, where it simply referred to current trends of the era. This broad use eventually transformed into the more focused literary and cultural movement we know today. Question number 2. Which English novelist was one of the earliest to indicate the ache of modernism? The options: James Joyce, Thomas Hardy, Virginia Woolf, Joseph Conrad. The correct option is B, that is Thomas Hardy. Hardy's novel Tess of the D'Urbervilles, which was published in the year 1891, reflected his concern about industrialization and societal changes using the term ache of modernism. And this term is to highlight the sense of unease that characterized the period. The third question is, in which year did the term modernism become extensively used? Options are A, 1922, 1914, 1960s, and 1890s. The correct option is option C, 1960s. While modernism emerged before the First World War, it was until the 1960s that the term gained widespread use. This era witnessed a critical reappraisal of modernist works, leading to a broader recognition of the movement. Here comes question number 4. Which French poet and essayist is considered one of the literary roots of modernism? Is it Gustave Flaubert, or Charles Baudelaire? Is it Ernest Hemingway? Arthur Symons? The correct option is B, Charles Baudelaire. Charles Baudelaire, through his poetry and criticism, is seen as a key figure who bridged Romanticism and modernism. And his works like Les Fleurs du Mal express the disillusionment and the complexities of a modern life. And you have to remember one fact, that Ernest Hemingway is not French, he is an American. Question number 5. Which event is considered a climactic stage of modernism, marking a pinnacle in artistic experimentation? Is it before the First World War, or during the Industrial Revolution, or is it the 1890s, or, like the option 4 goes, the Victorian era? The correct option is A, before the First World War. The period leading up to the First World War witnessed a surge in artistic experimentation with radical changes in literature, art, and culture. This pre-war era is often seen as a high point of modernist innovation. And the next question is, which year is known as the Annus Mirabilis, a year of extremely good events of modernism? Is it 1891 or 1922, or is it 1965 or 1918? The correct answer is option B, 1922. Remember, 1922 is known as modernism's miracle year or Annus Mirabilis due to the publication of the groundbreaking works like James Joyce's Ulysses, T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland, which reshaped the literary conventions. Question number 7. Which novel is not mentioned as part of the Annus Mirabilis of modernism? So, out of the given novels, which particular novel is not mentioned as part of the Annus Mirabilis? Is it Lord Jim? Is it The Heart of Darkness? Is it Tess of the D'Urberville? Or is it The Garden Party? The correct answer is Tess of the D'Urberville. While Tess of the D'Urberville predates modernism's peak and reflects its early tensions, it wasn't published in 1922, unlike the other works mentioned that define modernism's golden year, like Ulysses. Now we come to the 8th question. Which technological and social changes associated with the historical background of modernism? Option A, the decline of agriculture. Option B, the rise of mass production. Next is the collapse of monarchy. Is it the rise of the Catholic Church? The correct answer is option B, the rise of mass production. Modernism emerged alongside vast technological and social changes, including the rise of mass production, which transformed economies and societies, fueling the modernist critique of industrialization and modern life. Next question is, which major historical event contributed to the emergence of modernism as a literature of crisis? Is it the First World War, or the French Revolution, the American Civil War, or the Cold War? The answer is option A, the First World War. The First World War deeply influenced modern writers as it brought about a sense of disillusionment, chaos, and the breakdown of traditional values. And these are the key themes reflected in modernist literature. The last and the final question of the day. Which modernist writer is known for works that depict the restlessness and anxiety of modern living? Is it T.S. Eliot, Joseph Conrad, or is it Henry James or George Moore? The answer is option A, T.S. Eliot. Eliot, especially in works like The Wasteland and The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, captured the sense of alienation and anxiety characteristic of the modernist era, reflecting the emotional turmoil of the early 20th century. And there we have it. With every question, we explore deeper into the essence of modernism. Stay tuned for more knowledge-packed rounds. And I'm signing off. If you're interested to get more such lessons, please subscribe this channel and press the bell button. Thank you. Have a nice day.